But I just kept going, and he talked about the fact that he was working in a bookshop. And he was quite happy, made an adequate salary, could pay the rent, etc. It was walking distance from his apartment. He had several friends that worked there, so it was fun to go to work. And he got fired. He actually got in an argument with the day manager of the bookshop regarding the loop of music that they played constantly in there. And he didn't like it and kind of went out of bounds in his complaints and got fired for it. And he made the same statement. He said, it was hard, but it was the best thing that ever happened. He'd been writing on the side. He said, I went out that day and I put my full energies into getting a new job. And he says, I landed my first professional writing job at 3 times the salary I was making at the bookshop. And he went on to be a prolific writer, wrote for still writing for magazines across the country. And I found his words very impactful. He had this God-given, this God-ordained, preordained wisdom to be able to think through things and put them on paper. Not everyone can do that. You have a preordained wisdom for something. And then we come to the second type of wisdom. We'll call this imparted wisdom. Deuteronomy 34 and verse 9. It says, Now Joshua, the son of Nun, was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him. So the children of Israel heeded him and did as the Lord had commanded Moses. Again, this was God initiated. It wasn't Joshua coming and saying, look, lay hands on me because I want your mantle, Moses. And it has happened to me numerous times throughout the year. Sometimes people I don't even know will come up and say, Pastor, I want you to lay hands on me because I want your anointing. It doesn't work that way. I'll say that again. It doesn't work that way. Now, I do believe in an imparted wisdom, but if you read the story and if you look at the cross-reference in Numbers 27, God was the one that pointed Joshua out to Moses. And God instructed Moses to lay hands on Joshua. It was God initiating. Even you look at stories like Elisha and Elijah. Elisha ended up with a double portion of Elijah's, anointing. His mantle came upon him, but it was God initiated. God was the one that set it up. God was the one that did the instructions. And that's important because I think in the church today, we've got a lot of empty hands being laid on empty heads. Again, I believe in imparted wisdom. I believe it's scriptural, but it needs to be God-inspired and God-initiated.